Court jails Tinubu strong man in APC for vote buying. It's still APC chieftain for vote buying. A chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Wahab Ahmed, has been sentenced to a 1-year jail term or in the alternative of a fine of 1 million naira. The Lagos High Court sitting in Ikeja sentenced Wahab Ahmed, a world leader of the All Progressives Congress APC in the Surulere government area of the state for vote buying. Justice Ismail Ijelu sentenced the defendants after convicting him on a 2-count charge of conspiracy and bribery. All his arraignments on Wednesday, At his arraignment on Wednesday, the EFCC prosecutor Samuel Daji told the court that on February 25, 2023, defendants conspired with one Segun Ijitola, who is still at large, to corruptly pay bribe to voters during the 2023 presidential and National Assembly elections. Daji said that the defendants committed the offense at Unit 28 Gbaja Guest Junior High School in Surulere. The offenses contravene the provision of sections 121, 1 and 5, 21, 121, 1 and 3 of the Electoral Act 2022. The defendants pleaded guilty and the court subsequently adjourned till Thursday, December 7th, to enable the prosecution counsel to review the facts of the case preparatory to conviction and sentencing. At the proceeding on Thursday, the EFCC counsel Daji tendered in court the statements of the review of the prosecution's facts against the defendant. Daji also told the court that the EFCC officers, while on elections monitoring duties during the 2023 presidential and National Assembly election held on the 25th February 2023, received an intelligence report that certain individuals were involved in vote buying and bribery at polling unit 28 located at Gbaja Girls High School, Surulere, Lagos. After the receipt of the intelligence, the operatives of the EFCC who were on election monitoring duties were dispatched on the venue. On citing the operatives, the voters involved in vote buying took to their heels, but the defendant was arrested with the sum of 121,000 naira in 500 naira denominations. He was brought to EFCC Ikoyi office with the exhibits. When he was interviewed, he stated that he is a ward leader of APC in Unit F3 in Surulere, Lagos, and he confessed that the money was given to him by one Honorable Segun Ijitola, who is a senior special assistant to Chairman Surulere local government. He admitted that he had shared part of the money to those who ran away, and it was to bribe the voters to vote for his party, APC. He also admitted that he had spent part of the money. He made voluntary statements of at least 2 pages where he admitted this fact. He also admitted that he is ready to forfeit the sum found with him to the federal government being proceeds of criminal activities. The court admitted the defendant's statements as evidence and also admitted as exhibits the money recovered from him. The prosecutor also urged the court to accept the facts as presented, convict the defendants accordingly, and order the forfeiture of the exhibits to the federal government for being proceeds of crime. The defendant on his part admitted that he understood the facts as presented by the prosecutor through an interpreter, and he retreated his guilt plea. Having satisfied himself that the defendant clearly understood the facts as received against him and intended to admit same, Justice Ijelu found him guilty and convicted him accordingly. The defendant pleaded for mercy. He told the court, saying, "I have never been arrested. If not for the situation of the country, I will not be in this situation. I am over 70 years. I'm not fit. I have high blood pressure, ulcer, and urinary incontinence. And if not for this case, I was to undergo surgery last Saturday. I have not been well since my arrest, and I plead with the court to forgive me. I wouldn't be here in this situation if my children were doing well and working. I have 6 children who are well educated and their mom is no more. She's late. The defendant's counsel, Mr. Olani Yademola, in his speech also asked the court to note that his clients voluntarily decided to plead guilty. He also noted that the client was a first-time offender who had never been convicted before. In his sentence, Justice Ijelu reminded the defendant's counsel that he owes a duty to society to speak words of truth to his clients. He reminded all parties that everyone must be partners in nation building. He said the defendant has further put himself deeply in the mess that contributed to his children not having jobs by taking to crime. Is that the solution? The court has listened to the allocators of the convict that he is a first offender and has no criminal record. He also appears to be remorseful. Hey, you can imagine. You can imagine. You say you get all the manner of sickness over 70 years. You see? Hi. Hi. No be the Tinubu, nothing of course not hey, you don't even need a soothsayer to say otherwise. Nothing man. Huh? Did he bribe his with his personal money or from Mr. President? The investigation were not conclusive, and at the same time, person who see and the person who benefited from the crime are equal offenders. This alone disqualify Bola Tinubulation and his APC for the selection Mahmoud Yakubu conducted. Hmm. Dramatic party APC, they play their scene. The next is to force him back Kano to APC. One person must be escaped with over 70 years and they do all these shenanigans. Can you just imagine? It's in shock. Hmm. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this because this it gets as it be. No be to them we work for. Now this one be saying a vote buying. The ones where they carry guns say you do they no born you where me you come vote for another person. I do not did they arrest any of those people? Yeah, okay.